What's up YouTube? So I've been getting a lot of questions about what type of wheels I had on my W126 Mercedes S Class. So I actually had some Performa 25 wheels, which are a knockoff kind of style set of the original AMG wheels you could get on the W126. And in my opinion, the Performa 25s are the way to go, and I'll tell you a few reasons why. The number one reason has got to be cost. So I bought this set for $1,000 shipped on eBay, which is a crazy price. If you were to buy an authentic set of the OZ Aero style wheels, you'd be paying at least $2,000, maybe even $3,000. And the worst part is, the original OZ wheels, they don't even make them anymore. So good luck trying to find a quality used set that hasn't been beaten up and is still in good condition. Whereas the Performas, you can still buy brand new and they're widely available. The number two reason I really like these wheels is that they have some decent quality. Now you might be thinking that, a knockoff brand isn't going to be as good as an authentic wheel, but you know what? There are some quality aftermarket manufacturers out there. And in my case, I really like the Performa 25s. The paint finish was really good. The outer rim that had the machine finish, the chrome finish, that looked spectacular as well. There weren't any flaws there. And when I got my tires mounted, they actually balanced out perfectly. So when I was driving down the road, I had no shakes or anything. So that's a good thing. And then the other major plus is that these wheels are actually hub-centric to W126. So you don't have to mess with buying, centering rings, trying to get, any shakes or wobbles out. These wheels will fit perfectly on your hub and you don't have to worry about anything. The only thing I really didn't like were the fake bolts along the outer rim. That kind of gave it like a three-piece feel or a three-piece look, but those bolts were actually plastic, and then when you get really close you can kind of tell they do look a little plasticky, but from a few feet away they look fine, and then that's all that really matters. No one's really ever going to get that up close to your wheels. So those plastic bolts, I'm really not too concerned about them because overall the wheels look absolutely fantastic. Now let's talk about sizing and fitment. So the original Gully Deckle wheels were, I believe, 15 by 7 inches, and they just look way too small in the car. The W126 has some really great lines and styling, and then the original stock wheels just didn't do the car, much justice. Whereas these AMG style wheels really kind of sets off the look and completes the whole style and makes it a complete package. So these Performa 25s, they're actually 17 by 8 up front and 17 by 9.5 in the rear with a 25mm offset. In the rear, they have a 3-inch lip, which is extra fat. That 3-inch looks so good when it's mounted. And then because you're going from a 15-inch rim to a 17-inch, you're gonna have to get a different set of tires. So I did 225/45 up front, and then 255/40 in the rear, and then these fit perfectly on the wheels. There are a few issues though with this particular size when you're trying to put it on the W126. Let me start with the front. So the front wheels, you're actually going to have to run an extended wheel center cap in order to clear the hub, and you can see it in this photo what I'm talking about. If you were to get a 10mm spacer and fit that up front, then you could run wheel caps that were flush with the rim. In my case, I opted not to run spacers in the front, kind of keep that stock geometry intact up front. So I just bought some extended center caps and ran it that way. For the rear, I actually had to fit 15mm spacers, otherwise you would get some rubbing on the inner wheel well. And then with the 15mm spacers, you actually will have to buy some extended lug bolts. These are ball seat style lug bolts. And then I bought my spacers and bolts from Easy Accessory. They got a huge selection of spacers, adapters, and lug nuts for a whole bunch of different vehicle makes. So that's my go-to source for buying those products. Not to hype them up, but I just find them really convenient. And then you could go, I believe, up to a 20mm in the rear, but that's overkill. That'll get you really flush with the fender, but in my case, even with the 15mm, it was enough to clear the inner fender and then still get that nice flush look with the outer fender. Overall, if you're hesitant on getting some knockoff style wheels, I really wouldn't be. I kind of took the plunge and then a leap of faith on these knockoff wheels. But you know, I'm really glad. They cost maybe anywhere from half to a third of the price of some real wheels, and they look just as good. They perform fine. I'm not taking this car on the track, so I don't care about, you know, lightweight or performance or anything like that. This is strictly a cruiser. So looks are priority for me, and these Performa 25s look amazing. So I really recommend these Performa 25s. And then hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you guys want any more tips or tricks about the W126 chassis, just put them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them.